Hello everyone, welcome to the third part of the system design. So in this video we will be discussing how application interacts with the database, how databases are configured in production applications. So we have already discussed that what is the role of API gateway, load balancer, what is horizontal scaling and vertical scaling, how we configure ELK stack and why 3 when required. So now let's jump to the database part of the things. In here we can see that our application is first interacting with this a cache. So here example is Redis cache. So caching is also a technique that we use, but that is part of another video. So let's for this video let's focus on the database part of the thing. As you can see we have two components that we would like to discuss in this video. One of them is the database connection pool. The other one is the database itself. So in the database we can see we have three database instances. One of them is the primary, the other two are the replicas of the primary database. So in case of production application, you want that your data is copied to the other locations as well, so that in case data is lost, you still have the copy of that data lying in the other instance. Or in case your primary DB connection goes down, we are not able to make connection to the primary database. So one of the secondary can act as a primary for the database. So this is a essentially a fail-safe mechanism in order to make sure your application is smoothly running in case of some failover. So let's come to connection pool. So what is basically a database connection pool? So in case of SQL DB like MySQL, Postgres, so we have something called connection pool. So connection pool is similar to a thread pool. So just like a thread pool has let's say 100 or 1000 of threads waiting for doing something. Similar way, we have a connection pool that allow our Java application to connect to interact with the database. So this is done in order to make sure that your database is not overwhelmed by like lot of connections. Let's say 5000 connections could overwhelm your database. So in your connection pool you are maintaining only 1000 of connections. So this will make sure that your database doesn't get overwhelmed by the database operations. It's very simple as that. And the other point is that database connections are creation of them are kind of expensive operation, so we would want to reuse the connection object that we have created, and so that it's similar to thread pool. There are concepts like minimum number of connections that are created when application boots up. There is a configuration that defines the maximum number of connections that can be created with the database, and there is other configurations like the connection will will be destroyed if it's been sitting idle for quite a while. So these are the configuration that we can make in case of database connection pool. So Hikari is one of the tools tools that is used in case of MySQL for managing the connection pool of the database. So this was about the SQL, MySQL and Postgres DBs. So NoSQL DBs like Mongo do maintain the database connection pool within themselves. So they are maintained at the client side, but there is no separate tool for it. Mongo client itself can handle the connection pool management. So this is also a advantage of NoSQL DB. Okay, so let's discuss about the database side of the thing. So let's discuss about this component that we have here. So in this component, we can see that we have a primary database instance and we have two replica instances. So the question is, how does that even work? What is the role of primary? What is the role of the replica here? So with this configuration, generally writes are made to primary database. So let's say we have some row containing value 10 that I want that my application wants to increment to like say 15. So this update operation will be done on the primary database, and that updated data is sent to those uh, read replicas. That is done by the database itself. So it keeps on syncing the primary with secondary with the primary instances. So this does create a possibility that your replicas are behind the primary. So replicas generally are preferred for read operations. So in that case, it could happen that you are reading the stale data. So in case there is a heavy load on the database, so generally you will see that there is a replica lag on your database. A noticeable replica lag on your database is a possibility in case database is under very heavy load. And the other thing that how we configure them. So each uh, database like MySQL, Postgres, MongoDB, and so on have different ways of configuring the primary and secondary. So so that I can demonstrate in some video that how we exactly configure them. And for this video, we just go over the concept of it, that there is a primary database and there are few secondary database, and primary is for writing and replicas are for read operations. So I think that's about this uh, third video. We'll catch you in the next video. Thank you.